Welcome to episode 3 of my Diary of a Homegirl series, where we take a trip back down memory lane and examine my albums and the songs. If you've ever wanted to know the story behind one of my songs, why I wrote a certain thing, this one's for you. Today we're going to start going down the track listing of my first album, Brown is Beautiful, the re-release version, because it includes Walk Away. The difference between the Brown is Beautiful 2006 release and the Brown is Beautiful 2010 release, 3 new songs were added to the re-released version. And the album cover was changed. Because the album cover was ugly, they changed it to a better looking album cover. When I first started thinking about doing this episode, I thought it was going to be easy to just remember where it was that I wrote the song so that it could bring back the memory of what I was going through when I wrote the song. I was confusing this song with another one of my songs called Pinche Vida because I recorded both of those songs myself. That's why Walk Away sounds low compared to the rest of my songs. I recorded that song on my computer myself. I recorded Pinche Vida myself. So I was confusing it with that one. And when I would think about where was I when I wrote that song so that I could date it, I would see myself where I was when I wrote Pinche Vida. So I'm just going to try to do my best to remember when it was that I wrote that song. Not that that's too big of a deal because the lyrics tell me a lot. According to the lyrics of the song, I'm pretty sure I know where I was at this time, at least emotionally. I'm still a little bit iffy on physically where I was, but nonetheless, I'll try my best, like I mentioned, because this record is not just for you guys to entertain yourselves, but for me, because like I mentioned, my memory is on a decline. So I want to make sure I have these situations on record so that I can always have memory of what once was. The reason I'm so confused as to where I was physically is because the picture that is on the cover of the re-release Brown is Beautiful was taken the same night that I took pictures at a cemetery. If you've ever seen a picture of me at a cemetery, like by a tomb, it was the same day at night. That was in Mazatlan, Sinaloa. Times that I would rather forget during one of the worst times of my entire life. I printed out the lyrics of Walk Away. I went on Google, I typed Miss Krazie Walk Away, I printed out the first lyrics that came out, and we're gonna be going through the lyrics so that I could explain to you guys what it was and I could have it in front of me. There are some mistakes on the lyrics that are posted on Google. So I'll let you know what those mistakes are also so that you know the song as it should be. Let's get right into it. Album, Brown is Beautiful, 2010. Song, Walk Away. I began the song talking. I say, listen to me, baby. I think it's best you walk away before you do any more damage. Acabaste con mi corazón. What's the hardest part of being alone? I'm guessing it's nothing compared to having you here at home. It's about my husband. You don't even want to be here. I don't know why you lie. It's like you're hiding from yourself something you're feeling inside. During the first years of my marriage, this was a huge fear of mine. Do you really want to be here? Because I have always felt that I forced this relationship. And I always felt like I was the glue to the relationship since the beginning. But we'll get into that when we get to Firme Homegirlies Part 2, because that album was written almost dying. That's for another episode. But at the beginning of my relationship, that was a fear. Are you with me to not hurt my feelings because of who I am? Or are you really with me because you love me? Oh my God, even saying that right now is really sad because I feel some type of way. It's like you're hiding from yourself something you're feeling inside. How I was always afraid that one day you would walk away now that I'm faced with what you've given me. Nothing I can say. I was always afraid. Always been afraid. Because I want my relationship to be forever. I want my marriage to last forever. Does anybody else have that fear? Now that I'm faced with what you're giving me, nothing I can say, which means that I have to have written this song when we were separated. There's nothing more that I could do, try to keep you here. So many nights crying myself to sleep and you weren't here. We weren't together. I would have a hard time falling asleep because I would be thinking, are you with somebody else? Is that why you didn't want to be with me? Is that why you didn't know? Is that why we separated? Was there somebody else that you loved? And all the alcohol I drank just to wash it away, erase the pain, I'm past the point of insane. I've lost my mind thinking about what I could do to get it right. I think it's best you walk away. Fuck it if I cry. And all the alcohol I drank, all the things that I did to try to not think about the fact that I was not with him. Literally lost my mind. And I think it's best you walk away, fuck it if I cry, was me trying to make myself feel stronger. But it was a lie. Because I was not a chingona, ready to walk away. I was not being serious about let me walk away. I don't care if I cry. I cared. I was crying day and night. I was doing the most to try to forget. On the lyrics that are on Google, it says, I think it's best you walk away. Fuck it, then I cried. Which is wrong. It's fuck it if I cry. Then it goes into the chorus part. I think it's best you walk away, leave, and not turn around. You're one of the things I can live without. Lie. And even if I'm dying inside, which I was, mi corazón no puede más. Ya te ha llorado un putal, ahora sin ti ya quiere estar. I'm glad that the lyrics got the ya te ha llorado un putal part because the word P-U-T-A-L is correct on here. Mi corazón ya no podía más, but estaba aferrada. I was, how do you say aferrada in English? Obsessed? I don't know. And I was dying inside, literally. Second verse, baby, let me break it down. Since I can't seem to make you happy. I can't and I won't do anything to make you love me. Lies. I try to do everything to make you love me. Don't stay because you see me cry. I cry because I know I tried and nothing happened. So I don't regret you walking. Really, when I was dying. This song was made to try and make myself feel stronger because I was in pain. I wanted to be that chingona that does not care, that just dries her eyes and gets up and continues with her life, a strong, independent woman. But no, I was a homegirl in love, the deepest love for a man that I have ever felt my entire life. And I don't regret the times you made me laugh and held me close. Promise to think of you every time I up the dose. On the lyrics, it says, promise to think of you every time I overdose, which is wrong. I don't say overdose. I know it sounds like it, but I say every time I up the dose. Substances that I was using to try and numb the pain. And the doses kept increasing to try and sleep as much as I could. If you can put two and two together. Steady keeps me sedated with the things you put me through. So I'ma dwell on the past until the day there's something new. No, until the day there's nothing new. Because I didn't want nothing new. I never thought you'd walk away. Never thought you'd break my heart the only way that you could break. I gave you everything I had and you knew. I really, really loved you too, but you never said it. Never thought you'd break my heart the only way that you could break. Because I had never known that pain until our separation, ever. And you knew I really, really loved you too, but you never said it. Why? I've always been attracted to serious men. I have always been turned off by lovey-dovey men. When a guy acts lovey-dovey with me, me empalagan. I don't know how to say empalagan in English. It takes away that toughness, that masculinity, that hardcoreness in a man that I have always loved. It makes him become more feminine. It makes him become softer. And this is all bad. It's all bad. So if you have ever heard about the girls that like bad boys, this is what they're talking about. I have always told myself something, and I'm going to tell you homegirls right now in case you are going through something like that. There's a lot of things that in a relationship you can work past, try to fix. But when somebody tells you that they don't love you anymore, I think that is one of the things you cannot fight against, because you can't make somebody love you. I never heard, I don't love you anymore. So I kept fighting. I have no regrets, for I have loved at 100%. I wish that I could say it didn't hurt to let you go, that I could hide behind a smile so you wouldn't know. Then everything would be okay. Get myself back up, pick up pieces of me, then just not give up. That I could hide behind a smile, that I could be one of those girls that just pretends that she doesn't care. At that time, there was no way. I tried, but it does no good when you try to show off like you're not in pain, that you're not hurting, that you're okay without them, if they don't care. Imagine trying to get back at a guy, he's not even checking up on you. Who are you hurting at that moment? You're hurting yourself. I hurt myself during this process, many times. I have many regrets. But when it all comes down, it's hard to walk away. I know nothing's gonna change if you decide to stay. I'll be okay. I guess it just takes time to forget you. Go back to the life that I once had before I met you. Lies. I didn't want to go back to no life. I'm getting text messages from him as we speak. I'll be okay. No, I wasn't. It references back to this girl that's trying to be strong. This girl that's trying to show out that she doesn't care, that she'll be okay, when in fact she was dying inside. It won't be easy, but my heart will understand. No, my heart was not understanding, and my heart will never understand. When I have given someone my entire being, no, I've invested too much to not care. And with time, it won't remember all the good times that we had. Like I'm supposed to just forget about everything. No. You and I, me and you, I'll find love once again. Us trying to make the world believe that we're okay when we're not. And hoping that he or she hears this or sees it so that they can feel bad. But what if they were the ones that didn't care? They're not going to feel bad. And this time, I'll know for sure it will never ever end. It had to have been that time, because I'm trying to be strong and I'm trying to act like I can get over this. The only thing that brings a little bit of doubt as to when exactly it was that I wrote this song is the fact that on that album, there is another 2 songs that were added. Those songs are from other albums. So was this one part of another project? I don't know, but I didn't have enough time to investigate. But the thing that I know for certain is this song was in fact written to be strong. This song, I've had girls come up to me and tell me that it helped them walk away from a toxic relationship. So if everything that I went through to be able to write these songs helped at least one person in whatever way, because it might not have helped me necessarily walk away, but it helped me deal with that time when I wrote this, that I needed to vent, that I needed to feel like I could be stronger even if I wasn't. And that made the time pass, because I know that if I wrote this song when I think I wrote this song, I was doing really bad. Órale pues, you guys, se me cuidan. This is your homegirl, Miss Krazie, checking out. Join me on the next episode as we continue going down the track listing of Brown is Beautiful. A ratos.